All right, here we are at the garden hive. It actually has 2 colonies in it right now. And today I'm going to be checking to make sure that they both have queens. And we'll see where we go from here. Now the problem I have is I only had 1 divider board instead of 2. So that all the bees that are up here in the kind of the common area, they're from that colony, which I suppose I should probably inspect them first and then try to use smoke to push them all down that way. And then I see some signs of wax moth, so just scoop it up, get it out of there. All right. So on this side, let's see. They should have made a queen, or actually, the queen cell that I put there should have hatched. And we may not see signs of eggs yet. Hopefully, we'll see the queen. And so this frame, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is frame 6, and they haven't drawn anything on it yet. So no need to add a frame to it yet. Frame 5. Give them a little smoke. All right, frame 5, probably 80% drawn. Got a small hive beetle running away from me. Maybe I squished him. Got some bees nose down in cells, cleaning it for use. Got nectar, pollen being stored here. No signs of brood on that one. Frame 4. Okay, I'm seeing bee bread, pollen, not seeing eggs at the moment. Bee bread, some pollen, lots of bees, no brood on this frame. All right, so our brood area is going to be very small. This is frame 3. I see an empty queen cup. I see another empty queen cup. I wonder if we had a queen that did not come back from mating. It is a little early. Okay, I see what looks to be a hatched queen cell and another one that seems might also have been hatched. They certainly weren't torn down. So those were the 2 queen cells that I hoped would make a new queen. She may just be virgin in here, or it may be that only one took off for a mating flight and didn't make it back. So I don't see a queen at this point. It's a little on the early side. It's not too early to hope to see eggs, but it's probably too early to expect that. Alright, these are kind of coming out from between those frames with a little more Alright, we have some brood that hasn't emerged yet from the previous, when the previous queen was here. I'm not seeing any eggs. So far I'm not seeing a queen. On this side I've got drone brood. Pretty sure that's still from the previous queen. Plenty of food. Oh, and I'm spilling quite a bit. It'll take the bees long to regather that though. All right, and now we have frame one. Let's take a look at this. Here, I think, unless they surprise me on this frame, we're just going to have to be patient. Check back next week to see signs of a queen. More food. They're drawing this frame out nicely. This is this year's frame. One that I built myself. Seeing drones, workers. Not really seeing signs of a queen, virgin or otherwise. Okay. All right, so we'll put it back. Don't know why they keep flying into it. I've got a foam insulation panel on that side, and bees keep flying into it with a thump. I wonder if they mistake it for sky. It's kind of a purple. I wonder if their eyes don't recognize purple from blue. I'm trying to get these bees that are in the center section to move back to their combs. So that I can move this single divider board I missed a small hive beetle there. Alright, we're going to try to get them to go retreat back to the comb. There's a small hive beetle, and I smushed him. Alright, so now I've got enough of the bees out and over on the right side. But now I can move this divider board and see what we have on the other side. Now these bees, okay, I see a wax moth larvae. Scrambling for the darkness. Got away from me, but I'm going to hunt it down. These wax moths are not good. Alright, I found you. And squished. Okay. And this one, we have 3 frames. Alright, right away, I can show you the queen. Now this was the queen. She hid already. Oh, there she is. This was the queen that, so I had one hive in the box, and it had a queen that I purchased last year. And she died somehow. This was her daughter, a replacement queen. Got her marked. She's the one that laid the eggs that we're using to hopefully have a queen over here. Although it remains to be seen if we've been successful at that. But what I see here is eggs in every cell. In the center, at the bottom. It's looking good. Interesting. You've got a little patch of what I guess is pollen, but it's purple. I don't know what to think of that. So we got our queen. On this side, we've got bees tending brood and eggs. She's laying up very nicely, very nicely. I like what I'm seeing there. So frame 1, we'll call it, is brood and eggs, and it looks like it's going to be pretty full. Frame 2 is brood and eggs and pollen, and it looks like every space is full of something there. Brood and eggs and pollen, and every space is pretty full here. Now frame 3 is 3 sections of a comb from a cutout. They're storing brood and nectar. With all the brood that they've got to feed, I'm not surprised that they are there's not a huge amount of nectar in here yet. I was a little concerned that they might be robbed, and so I narrowed down the entrance. I'm going to make it a little wider this time. little easier for them to go get food. All right. So that looks good. Looks like a population boom is in store. I'd like to see them draw out more comb, but I'm not worried about them. I think they might need another frame. So what I'm going to do is shake out the laying worker colony. Some of those bees may come back in, or they may just go somewhere to die. But then I can put one of their frames in here to give them a little more room to work. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to, actually what I need to do first is get my hive tool back. All right, so I'm just going to take them over here on this side of the hive and shake the bees off. Or just throw the frame around. We're going to put it over here just temporarily. Frame. Bring it over here. Some of the bees are going back to the frames. That should be minimal. I'm going to take one of these frames and give it to these bees. And then we'll put the other two back in the hive and the nuke. Put the lid back on it. And we'll take those to use on one of the other hives. All right, job done here. We're still waiting on signs of a queen in the donor colony. We have a good queen on the other side. Another case where we might have to try again, but for now we'll see how it goes.